looking for the fishing vessel, Green Hull.
The searchers are scanning the waters off Sable Island for a 34-year-old wooden fishing boat and 5 young men who were on board. They were last heard from 3 nights ago when they radioed in to say they had been hit by a huge wave.
Big sea hitter, he was talking to the brother, and a big sea hitter smashed in his side doors where he hauls his gear. And a couple hours later, he called him back, and he said that he had that all fixed up, and she was leaking in the engine room. But he said the pumps was heating her bail a little bit, and that was the last thing that they heard tell him.
Search and Rescue says the men could still be alive in life rafts, but they're convinced the boat they were on was wrecked in the storm. Yesterday, they found debris they think was part of the boat's wheelhouse. This afternoon, they found more debris, part of the ship's railings.
2 fishermen down from Sambro to the rescue center to have a look at some photographs that were taken yesterday, and they are 75% sure that the wreckage in the picture is the vessel in question. Over.
The missing fishermen are young, 17 years old to 30 years old. Belinda Gray's husband, Jimmy, is one of them. Belinda and her 1.5-year-old daughter are still hoping.
Sometimes I think that they'll find them any time. But then other times I wonder if it's for real.
When do you think that you'll really sort of begin to feel that you know?
If they find any bodies.
What if they never do? Sometimes they don't.
I'm left hanging.
The missing fishermen are well known in this small fishing village. They're all related to each other, and they're friends or relatives of almost everyone here.
There is always hope, but you know, as time goes by, of course it diminishes every hour passes on, but we just hope for the best.
Well, right here now, you know, you don't like to think the worst until the very last moment, but things aren't looking all that good right now.
The air search will be called off tonight while it's dark, but the Coast Guard vessels, the fisheries patrol vessels, and a number of private boats will continue searching through the night. Bette Cahill, CBC News, Sambro. More than 600 people crowded into this tiny church in Sambro to bid farewell to the 5 men. It was a very private and very personal farewell. Television cameras stayed outside the church. Inside, Reverend Richard Fairchild tried to help families and friends through the ordeal.
This is our time to mourn and our time to cry.
What makes the tragedy so difficult for these people to accept is the men were so young. One was 18, the oldest 30. 3 of the men left wives behind. 2 had small children.
People are really caring and are coming from all over. I had a crew from a boat come in from down the shore, and you know, they're contributing towards the fund, and there are tears in their eyes, and you know that these people care, and that they share a common enemy and a common friend, because the sea's both to them, both enemy and friend.
Most people in Sambro have never experienced a tragedy so great. Plaques in the church show that over the years, lone fishermen have lost their lives. But the last time a fishing boat with a full crew was lost was 120 years ago. Today, the entire community bid a final farewell to the men they just lost. They sailed their boats to the mouth of Sambro Harbor to pay their respects.
We're gathered here on God's ocean to remember the crew of the Bonnie Lou 2, Lauren Gray, Blair Gray, Jimmy Gray, Brian Gray, and Denny Gilkey. Help us to make it through each day.
Bette Cahill, CBC News, Sambro.